All right, scenario's back, man.
We here,
man.
Hey, let's mark the occasion though first, man. Let's have a drink in the same room. So we did a show together, but you was sitting over in the corner,
producing,
like
baby.
directing and doing stuff, and I was like having to be like a true. I was like real journalism.
I forgot what's the one frat brother I was sitting with over there.
Rob.
Yeah, me and him was just getting drunk on the wine over there in the corner.
Yeah,
he was just like he kept on going. Hey.
That's most of me and Rob's relationship too.
Is around.
We'll have to have. Well, we can't talk about it with Brian. Brian was not there.
No,
he wasn't there. Old Brian was there, and about the time that I ran, I started a street riot, and there was a horse, and it was you remember when Pedro Martinez threw Don Zimmer on the ground?
Yeah,
that was part of it. It was a whole thing.
Hold on, so it was a guy that was similar looking to Don Zimmer, and then you just kind of olayed him.
No, so like we had a frat brother who was kind of on the edge a little bit because he went to war. So it's like you didn't want to mess with him. Like he was a normal dude. He wasn't like PTSD. So he went to
Iraq war.
Yeah. Like he went like first wave.
So this is 03. He went 04.
Like Operation Get Behind the Darkies type. So like send him over first to see what it's looking like.
Marine. I'm assuming he's a Marine.
No, Army. But so a dude ran up on him. I was like, what's he doing? And he just stepped to the side and just threw him into the side of the building. And then it just went down. That was the thing where I thought Blaine Gabbert was about to steal on me.
Oh, so this is in Colombia?
Yeah, this is one big whole. Yeah, this is 2-3 lifetimes ago.
Okay,
but
I thought it was in St. Louis. Like,
long story short was Rob and Brian had come down to tailgate and kick it with us, and it just everything went south.
So this was homecoming, I'm assuming.
No, it was just a regular game.
Just a regular game.
It was like week 4 or something like that.
Was Blaine Gabbert actually playing then, or was he on the bench then?
Yeah, Blaine was still playing.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, Blaine was still playing. I think it was his last year before he went
to the pros.
Before he went too high.
Became not regular folks.
All right, man.
Man, this is the first time we really have done a show live, dog.
I've gone on strike against Zoom shows. Like I won't do them anymore. So if we're not doing live shows, I'm not doing it.
No, I would. I mean, but if we have certain guests,
well, yeah. If we got to do some distance stuff, I'm cool. But I'm not doing any more same city Zoom shows. Like I went.
That's real.
First wave, second wave, vax that thing up. We'll come back to that in a second.
And very, very soon.
We'll come back to that in a second. But yeah, man, scenario crew back in the building, not just label heads, actual performers.
Man, shout out to everybody who's been listening to the shows, man. Sleepy and them starting to get aside themselves a little bit. They like, man, I show doing numbers. I was like, that's the first week.
All right, man. Let's see when you record your next show. In all seriousness, man, you're responsible for your own momentum early on in the podcast. Like if you're not, you gotta stay with it. And it's like, and you can't write your own clippings to read either, because you got to make sure that it's still going on. But they're definitely not doing that, because that is an awesome concept they got going on. Walk people in before we start doing our thing. Walk people into where we at right now with the SOLC as a whole.
I mean, at this point, we just looking for a zoologist for a zoology show. At this point, like if you know zoology or botany or anything like that, we just need one science show, and we are Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you're there, brother, we need
a science show, and we need a specifically legal show, like just about just law, like with actual real lawyers,
like a Judge Judy S show
or that.
Think about we just took cases on the podcast.
Like we read real St. Louis news
I'm talking about
and brought the people in?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. I'm talking about bringing them in. Like, hey, look, we make them sign some documentation saying like, hey, this is legally binding. This is how magistrate, just like they do on the that's all they do on the just shows. You sign legal documents saying that, we ain't got the money to take care of your thing, your case, but they take care of your case.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
But that's how those judge shows go. Shout out to Adrian, who was on Judge Mathis.
That's right.
That's how I learned about what happens on the judge shows from Adrian. If someone can find that, Adrian Sadler was on Judge Mathis 2006, 2007. If someone can find it, I will pay for it.
And if you can't find it under that, look for Mr. Do-Right Goes to Court. Mr. Do-Right goes to court.
Magazine's Mr. Do-Right.
It's actually that's a good thing to talk about what we're here to talk about today. Mm-hmm. So it's as we believe here, there's long running things and there's things that we need to stay current with, and the world is just convened in a way that was almost too perfect for us over the last couple of weeks, and it compelled us to come back together for our scheduled program that we're supposed to be doing every week. But it is what it is. Sometimes the world compels you. Don't blame it on me. It's not me. We need to do a show about marriage the week before I get married. Decide if I'm gonna get married.
Too late now.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth about the type of advice that brothers give you when you get married.
I told people that you don't give any advice.
No, but nobody does that though. So we'll come back to that though. But the world has gone crazy over the last
this is
2
the
weeks.
beginning.
Like this is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, like this is so like I just like a rundown of some of the things here we talk about is that first of all, Bill Cosby re-entered the picture, and
This is all a plot for Ojanos.
I was beyond stunned. Well, so we'll get to that because I think that's where the strings are getting pulled at for real. Bill Cosby re-entered the picture, and I was just like, what's really happening right now? Like how did this happen? So first of all, let me give a disclaimer up front. We're not here to make light of what Bill Cosby did.
Not at all.
Or the impact of how people feel about it. We're not here to do that. But however, you are a longtime listener of this show. You know that we've owned stock in the Bill Cosby situation for many years now.
Long time. I'm on the record saying he should have died. That was his best route, was just to die.
Yeah,
He could have protected his legacy, everything about him if he just died.
Darryl advised him to check out some time ago.
Died. Like I said 5 years ago, just die.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and die.
Like check out, get it to the point where you at.
Die.
But it's been a really weird run.
Or fake your death, whatever you want to do. You got enough money to do it.
So let me ask you this. I want to get things started off in a way that, because I feel like a lot of these things fall into your pocket. Obviously, I want to lead up to the big crossover, the real life crossover event.
Yeah, we have a real crossover.
However, so many things have happened in the last couple of weeks that I think were tailored specifically for you. Big Soldier versus Lil Bow Wow.
I had to do it, man. I watched it. Yes.
I know you did, and I was, a little
Big
concerned.
Soldier.
We need to discuss Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat briefly. Yeah. We need to discuss that.
Bobby, I love Bobby, but Keith Sweat.
See, wait, hold it. It's coming. We'll get there. We absolutely have to talk about the NBA Finals. Because I've got some thoughts about this collaboration. It falls back to our hierarchy of cities in the past.
This is testing it though.
And then of course we got to talk about the big thing, which is going to be Oj Simpson.
Yeah, so the first time I met Oj Simpson.
The first time, yeah. So where do you want to start? What works out best for you?
I mean, we've teased it. Let's go right into the OJ.
All right, fine. Let's talk about it.
Because this involves you as well. So people that don't know, this is a full-on scenario thing.
Be careful. I don't want the juice to get too loose on me.
So I'm in I'm not in Las Vegas. I'm in Nevada. Because there's two different things. You're in Las Vegas or you're in Nevada.
There's two different Las Vegases when you're in Las Vegas.
Exactly. I'm in Nevada, which is different. Father's Day brunch with the family. And I'm walking in, and it was like the heavens. And I looked directly in before walking. I was like, it's the juice. And everybody was like, what? It's the juice, man. Hold on. So then I called Matt. It was like seeing like I had to make sure that it was him. So I was like, yo, I kept calling Matt. And I was like, yo, pick up. He was like, yo, I forget you were at somewhere.
It was Father's Day. I was literally
like, no. I was like,
at
I
a
would
restaurant.
not be calling you like this if it wasn't. You was like, I was like, the juice is here. You was like, hold on, and then you called me. He was like,
I said I had to excuse myself from lunch.
And he was like, Oj Simpson. I was like, yes, he's right at the table next to me. He was like, you got to say something to him. I was like, I am, but I'm trying to play it right. He got the whole family. He's got the full Simpson family, too. Mm-hmm. Arnell. I forgot the other son's name. Michael. I think it's Mike. Mike. I think it's Mike. The one people think killed Nicole Brown.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's a documentary called The Inconvenient Suspect. You can figure it out for yourself.
Allegedly.
Then there's actually Nicole Brown Simpson's son, the youngest son, is there. And then two random other black people, and then a white woman.
So most of the family was there because Chloe wasn't there.
Chloe was not there, and the other daughter wasn't there.
Okay.
The other Nicole Brown.
Because Khloe Kardashian is absolutely O.J. Simpson's daughter.
I come back. I was like, the man was like, dude, you got to get a picture with him. I was like, all right, man, let's do it. All right. So I walk back in. I point at the juice to let him know that I'm here. and it's another black family here because there's no other black families here in this place. I point at him. He literally points back at me like, I see you, young brother. It was like a Black History moment. I don't know if that's ever like.
We got to. So immediately as soon as I get done with this, I'm getting like the picture from the Sistine Chapel where the fingers is touching.
Yes.
One half is going to be the juice and the other half is going to be you pointing up at the juice.
So, and because I haven't sat down yet. So I'm towards the juice. Juice is sitting there and I see why people are like, he's charismatic. You can see him just hanging with his family. He's laughing, joking.
Wait, he was giving you Nordberg vibes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he's hanging out. Arnell's there, son's there, everybody's there. They kicking in. There's a random black woman. I'm assuming that's his sister. And then a random white woman. And I didn't know which way to go with that. Now, everyone pinpoint that. Like, just keep a pin in the white woman.
Okay.
You always have to keep the pin in the white woman around the juice.
Just don't let anybody see you keeping the pin in the white woman.
Sitting there and everything, talking and whatnot. So the juice comes over. His family's leaving. And he goes, I saw y'all over here. I got 3 of my 4 kids here on Father's Day. Check me out. Now, I don't know what father comes over to tell the people to make sure you know, like, it's like almost like you wanted people to know, like, just in case I was somebody, let people know that the juice was out with his family on Father's Day, like to let people know, like, if I was a reporter or something.
Okay, so there's 2 roads I'm going to go down here real quick. I'm going to hit pause real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's the theory that my father always has about Father's Day, which starts off by saying, go look for Father's Day cards at Walgreens and see how big the section is. So he says is that if you're lucky to find one and you find a black person on it, it's definitely, this is an old theory because now you see so many black, I saw Father's Day card that had like 5 black people on the front of it. I'm like, oh, they really are trying to integrate us in this joint. And it wasn't even what's the black?
A mahogany.
Yeah, it wasn't even that. It was just like a regular card joint. But the thing about it is like, okay, so I'm here, I'm black, and I got my kids with me, so I'm doing my part. There's that. But then there's also the, hey, look at me, I'm free. Because if I was OJ Simpson, I would spend the rest of my life being like, look at me, I'm free.
No, that's how it was. Then OJ proceeds to sit there and talk, like literally sitting there talking about race. Like, so how y'all liking the weather and everything? Like literally small talk. And he was like, what y'all doing later on? Like, I mean, like, I literally asked.
I don't know, Juice, what you doing?
I was like, what do you want us to be doing later on? I said the Juice. He was like, I mean, then Arnell goes, Daddy, we gotta go. So I was like, yo, can I get a picture, Juice? He was like, for sure. And then that's when he poses with Arnell. Arnell's trying to pull him away. He's trying to pose. And I'm sitting on the other side of the table, so I can't get to the Juice to get a direct shot. So I settled for a direct shot at the Juice, 2 shots at the Juice. That is going to be the cover for this podcast.
Hey, man, that might be a T-shirt. We need to get that as a T-shirt.
Arnell smiling in there with the Juice. And then the other son is one of the other sons that he is in the background walking.
Hey, man, OJ T-shirts coming soon, man. Yeah, because that's full circle.
We definitely get sued, though.
That's full circle.
Juice needs money.
We got to blur his face out, but it's OJ.
Oh, that's true. That's a good one. OJnos.
Yeah. Put the gauntlet on this hand. Yes. All right, man. All right.
So, no, shout out to the Juice, man. He was super. I see how people fell in love with him, though. So everyone was coming to talk to me. He's super charismatic. He's super.
Well, I showed that.
You think.
So I showed that picture to Big O. Okay. And told him this story. He laughed. He just said, "Man, I want OJ to come back to the Hall of Fame. Man, he need to just come back." And
is he kicked out?
He's not kicked out. He just doesn't come to the ceremony no more. Because
he's kind of.
It's kind of it's kind of like going to your. It's kind of like going to your ex's.
It's his wedding.
It's like this. It's like going to your ex's crib for Thanksgiving, but you and your ex still cool, but y'all not like y'all used to be.
Ooh, and she's got a new man.
Exactly. So that
and they don't understand, and that new guy does not understand
because her daddy still like you, and she don't like the new dude. So he get mad that you there. He's like, you get back with my daughter. He said like right in front of the other dude.
Don't care
because he don't care because it's his house.
Like and he'd be like, hey, check it out. Do you remember that time we went to the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals 2 weekends back to back?
Yeah. I never do this with this raggedy ass dude.
And I paid for both of them. And remember, and then you took care of the hotel and the flight, something that, he never would do.
She was happier with you. Like that type of thing. But so it brings me full circle to the other thing that happened, like in the name of Ojanos, is there's a black man I think we need to free.
Tomorrow Kelly?
No, absolutely not. He can stay where he's at.
He is in the gauntlet.
But this is a brother that's not in the gauntlet, but he's been in the Matrix for a little while here. And that's Reggie Bush.
Ooh, so I want to hear about this.
So here's my thought is that Reggie Bush has been a brother who has both had his victories and had his losses, but it's time to break even with him. So with the NIL happening, with the namesake images and the licensing, the whatever it is out there now for college athletes to be able to make bread. This is another conversation I was having with Big O the other day. I said, "Hey, dog, I feel like they owe you reparations." He said, "You know what? I think they do." Because there was definitely some 75 jerseys getting worn.
For sure. And I'm guaranteeing they still sell them.
But here's the thing. Reggie Bush got his Heisman taken.
He asked for it back.
They need to reinstall Reggie Bush's rights and privileges. I want the Fab Five to get their rights and privileges. I want Derrick Rose's 39 and 2 season to be reestablished. I want all the bullshit.
Is Lawrence Phillips get his stuff back?
Well, I mean.
I'm asking if you. I'm just asking.
What did they take from Lawrence?
Well, technically, they didn't take it.
We can't reestablish Lawrence Phillips. No, absolutely not.
No, I'm saying no. He sold his national title ring, I believe.
I mean, if you do that, that's some panhandling stuff. I mean, I'm not here to overwrite panhandling. Like, nah.
I think he's gone to glory too, isn't he?
Yeah, Lawrence Phillips is gone. So I don't think that's something we can reconcile. The NIL is not going to bring cats back to life.
One of the weirdest guys I've ever met in my life.
So I think that's across the board.
Big O would definitely say that too.
I think that's across the board. Did they?
Yes,
they did.
He came to my high school game and stood over in the corner. He looked like he was like a model for the Miami Dolphins, but he didn't play for the Miami Dolphins
yet. He did.
I know, but this is way before. This is right after he's drafted. This is 97, 98.
No, Lawrence Phillips is a different type of cat. But I feel like
by itself.
I feel like I want reparations for these cats from way back. Like I want the dudes now to be able to make their money, but I want for cats who have back money to be able to get their bread too.
So is SMU getting? Do we give SMU back all their stuff?
Yeah, everybody should get everything
Houston
back.
Back in the day,
all of it.
All of it. You said everybody gets.
I want all of it should be wiped out now. Like it's ridiculous. Sanctions, all of that. This is a reset.
Since we're doing critical race theory now, can we take back all the racist national championships too?
Oh, so now that's a slippery slope.
We've been taking down the statues.
Put a pin in that. That's going to be the return of Scenario Sports in August of 2021. The return of Scenario Sports when I get back into the United States.
When you get back into the real world.
Yeah, I'm in the Matrix right now. We can talk about that.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I'm living in a much different reality right now than
everybody else,
than anybody else on Earth.
100%.
Like
your situation is more unique overall than most engaged couples as well.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot going on. Everybody, so here's the question. You can relate to this. So what is the question that people ask you the most, that dudes, not women, women ask it too, ask you the most when you're getting ready to get married?
Should I do it?
Well, that's aggressive. Mine is, are you ready?
Yeah, are you ready is the number one.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you can't be ready.
And here's the thing. That's one of them questions.
It's like saying when you have a kid, are you ready? Same thing.
I mean, how can you ask somebody a question like that? I feel like it's one of those things that people do just to ask a question about it. But it's kind of like, I know what it feels like to be like a famous person who has the same question asked you for like forever.
Yeah,
like it's insane because I don't know how to answer it. So now I've just gotten to the point of where I literally answer it for real. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, I gotta figure out, whether I'm gonna have Crown or Jack, or I really walk people down the thing. Like, I gotta get some shoes and some belt, and then it's like, oh man, it's like you asked me what's up, and you really gave me the answer.
That's basically what it is. It's
I want for people to stop asking people if they're ready to get married. They cannot answer that question.
And the same thing with a kid. Like, are you ready? Like, you're never gonna be ready.
No, you're not gonna be ready. You can't be ready for something you've never done. It's people
that have been married 3 times and still aren't ready.
They still aren't ready. They still aren't ready. At that point, ready. 3 times in, you need to realize at that point that you're never going to be ready.
You're saying it like you're just going in.
This isn't meant for you. This isn't meant for you.
I get it, but people just be cool, be relaxed, and just don't ask people that shit, man.
So we're going to do a special on location recording of the scenario next weekend.
This is going to be stupid. I don't know if this needs to be on video though. This might need to be. I don't know what'll be happening in the background.
Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, and I don't know if we need that. Or do people need that?
I'm gonna look like Weekend at Bernie's. So I mean, it is what it is. We'll be dropping. That'll be the next episode. We'll be dropping that one shortly. So all right, man. So getting back into the things we got here.
Yeah, let's jump into the mailbag
at hand. Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, first one. Shout out to Daniel Hurd, SLU grad, man. Also your frat brother.
Absolutely.
He says, I know y'all probably have seen this, but in case you've been understandably caught up with Bill Cosby getting out and Darryl hanging out with OJ, Juvenile and Manny Fresh making a comeback 21 years later. I'm not really sure how to feel about this, and this is Vax that thing up.
Can we gonna roll some footage of that?
Yeah, we can. Then it's the man, the sky, because that's a part of a federal thing. You can't.
Wait, the man in the sky.
The feds are part of that Vax thing. You can't take the commercials. They'll flag it fast.
Hold on, the feds are a part of the vaccination effort. When did that start? Is that why it's not going so well?
Yeah, 100% why.
Well,
because I saw somebody else was talking about it online. I think they tried to put it up and they got it pulled down. So I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's good to learn from other people's missteps, I guess. Never mind. Yeah. Don't do that. So here's the thing that I say is that I appreciate it. But here's one of the things is that I feel like we're taking ourselves way too seriously as a people. I saw people be like, "It's a real hip hop head. I feel like this is selling out for the culture." And what you trying to do?
Like that is not a real hip hop song. It is a real hip hop song, but it's more pop culture. It's more than hip hop now. It's got bigger.
Back That Thing Up is the most important song of our time. There's been more goodwill done to that song 100%. Than any other song.
When you hear that doom doom, you'd already look. I don't care what's going on with people. They're going to jump on. They'll be like, you know what? Hold on, is that it?
It's the next level.
People literally probably turn around like, hold on, man.
So tell me if I'm wrong though. That I looked at the video and I was like, man, I bet you like 20% of this video is vaccinated though.
Oh wow, you took a different angle with it. I didn't even think about that.
I thought.
I didn't think about that angle.
I said, I hope everybody in this video vaccinated at least.
I think they all were. It seemed like to me, I feel like everybody would look like they vaccinated. And how do you look like you vaccinated too? That's a thing.
That's a great question, and I'm ready to answer that too.
But I think about it when I see people. I'm like, yo, is he vaccinated?
So I've realized that something's happened to me in the last year, and I'm not proud about it. Is that I don't even, is it racial profile? I socially profile everybody now.
100%.
Like I look at everybody after that, after they committed that treason on their off day.
They took PTO.
Took PTO to commit treason back in January. And when I looked at all the people that are, that after the election and all this thing, is that now I look at everybody and I'd be like, you know what? I bet you they didn't.
Yep.
Or they didn't do that.
And I don't know if it's a class thing, because it's just across racial things that I do this. I literally look at somebody and be like, this Negro ain't vaccinated. I'd be like, this white boy ain't vaccinated.
So now it's like an extra level of who's there. Like when we having a thing, who all gonna be there?
Oh, it's finna get even worse next year because you're supposed to get this every year or two.
They ain't sure yet. They're not sure yet. Okay. Yeah, they're not sure yet.
I guarantee you it's gonna. If we can't get above 44% in Missouri, I guarantee you that's gonna be a half.
So Missouri is tricky though, right? And this is a conversation I had. The
I-70 conversation. Right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like they talking about Missouri as a hotspot for the Delta variant, and first of all, man, I don't feel like them doing this by Greek letters is fair because it's a bad representation
of the deltas
on the deltas.
But they can say it's the tri-deltas too. And just
they spread that way. That's for sure. I have seen and heard such.
And it's only if I'm sorry if I HBCU members, you only understand the tri-deltas if you went to PWI.
That's fine. They try to tell us that we don't understand things all the time because we went.
But this is what we got. But we don't have black bands. We don't have the yard, but we know tri-deltas.
Yeah, I had a yard, but either way.
But you know what I mean.
I understand. Yeah, I'm not letting them off. But that's still a fight episode I got to have once we get past things as a black people. But
and make sure 2022 we need to make that happen.
I'm cool with that.
Especially since if we're gonna be at your studio and stuff, we need to go ahead and then like have a little thing where no one can be thrown.
Just put a steel cage up around this joint and have the PWI
and just close the door.
PWI black versus HBCU black throwdown. It'll just be a steel cage match. We'll bring in
let them bring a white person too, and then you could bring another black person.
We'll bring in Jim Ross, Mills Lane. We'll bring in all the OGs. But what was I saying? But I've become a social stratifier now. Like I just be like, I don't think they vaccinated. I'm pretty sure they not.
100%. That's how it is.
And I feel fine because I feel like I've done my part. I'm good. You can't really get with me. But I'm just like, man, it's at this point, it's the thing we talked about. Is the wait and see. I'm a wait and see. Mm-hmm. They not waiting and seeing no more now. They just not gonna do it.
Yeah, they hoping you got it so they don't have to get it.
Exactly.
We're gonna do this herd immunity thing. So if you got it, then that means it won't be spread.
Like we're never gonna get there though, because places like Missouri where there's.
And I have a homeboy. I'm not gonna mention who it is. He listens to the podcast. He won't get vaccinated because he doesn't want to go back to work. He don't want them to know that he got back because this whole thing is like, man, I'm not vaccinated. That's why I don't come back into the office. Hey, look, that is one of the only reasons because their insurance is set up where like they would know, like their medical history for his job. You have to know everything.
Does he work at the Jiffy Lube?
No, this is actually a real.
I was going to give some credit to the Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, no, Jiffy Lube brothers. Jiffy Lube, I think, is making you be vaccinated.
They make them wear the mask up in there, and then when they changing them things, they get vaccinated and wear that mask. Yeah. Man, I'd pass out in that joint.
But I was like, this is one of the greatest reasons I've heard that you want to stay working from home. So I was like, but why don't you just go get vaccinated and just don't tell them? He was like, the way my job is set up, they know everything that happens. It's like, touche.
I got some questions about that now.
I'll tell you who job it is.
I got some questions about that.
Oh, yeah, I get
just in theory, as an unknown soldier, they know anytime you're going to do something?
Well, if like when it comes to that, because that actually gets tracked.
Well, I'm just saying, though.
They can track.
Okay, so it's not like, let's just say, for example, said person gets the pack. And he got to go and get himself cleaned up. They gonna know it worked. Like, damn, man, you all right?
No, they won't know that.
Okay.
But like now, if he does some underground shit, like we can get him a vax, and then somebody knows how to put it in, and it doesn't get on the paperwork.
Like a street vax?
Yeah.
Nah, man. There's not a street vax.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I'm saying if cats are giving out street vaxes, don't get that one. Don't do that.
No, and he's got the real. I've heard there's some good joints out there.
Man, somebody done stepped on that Moderna, man. That Moderna only gonna be 45% good.
You only good for 4 months?
Because 55% of it gonna be Seagrams. He gonna shoot you up with 45% Moderna, 55% Seagrams.
Look,
and then you wonder, I was sitting at home, I was fucked up. You be like, yeah, because you had Seagrams in your bloodstream.
Seagrams and Moderna.
Yeah, your blood was 170 proof.
Look, at this point, you're not going to get vaccinated. Quit saying you're going to wait and see.
There's nothing else left to see.
And I'm fine with that.
I'm not, but I'm going to let you live your life because I'm not here to tell you how to do your thing.
And this is my provocation for doing it was that most of the doctors I know got vaccinated. So if everybody's dying and they die first, then we're dying anyway. So I might as well die with the first crop of people since the doctors that we have that are going to be vaccinated are going to be dead.
Yeah, well,
so you're not gonna live anyway.
Yeah, it's just like at this point I'm gonna do it, but it's like, hey, I'm glad that people like Juvenile and Manny Fresh are stepping up and doing their part. What other songs do you want to see get remixed for the cause?
Just Like Candy.
Oh shit,
cameo.
You want them to come back?
Just like vaccine.
No.
I can feel it in my arms. Even when I talk, don't need no masky. Just like vaccine.
Oh no.
Vax me up. It should be all 80s songs. You just retain of the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Like the Midas Touch from Midnight Star. The vaccine touch.
Like so other people that need to be making these songs to do this, which brings me to another point here to turn the corner into. Now I know you saw that New Edition is going out on tour again.
I will be there. I will be there.
And they're doing a Vegas residency.
Do both. Whatever. I'm doing both.
Of course I am.
Yes.
Too. However,
we have to do RB&R. And I've had an argument. Shout out to Vernon. He doesn't believe that they can do a Las Vegas. I was like, No, me and Matt went to the RBR&M, and there was a row of white women that were nuns. Remember the ones that were sitting there, like they were front row right there, like who you think was buying them albums from them in the 80s?
A new edition residency in Vegas is like the ultimate side chick suite.
And if they play it right, bring Boys to Men on your joint with it and do the full demo and get all the bread.
So this is the thing I want to have. So Boys to Men got their own headliner right now out there. So
they headline their own. Yes.
Yeah, they got their own. But here's the thing I'm going to say is going to happen is that I know you saw the group that Carl Thomas, Donnell Jones,
I'm on it,
and Dave Hollister brought together.
They open up for New Edition.
But here's what's about to start happening. This is the only reason why New Edition is back together, because it's time to get some post-pandemic checks.
Oh, that's
it's the only thing.
They were just beefing right before the pandemic.
Exactly. But it's time to get some checks because the rent done came due. But here's the other thing that's gonna happen.
You are bringing us a great point.
You gonna start seeing groups of like 3 little R&B singers come together and do like a miniature Voltron, not a full Voltron,
but just a little baby,
enough like an action figure Voltron.
It gets paid $5,000 each for a show.
So that's what's gonna start happening. Hey man, we need to get together and do this and do that. Man, we can just hop on that New Edition.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Exactly what's going. Who's next?
So I've got some homework for you.
Okay.
Because I know you will do it. I need both a women's group because they had that.
So is this only solo artists?
It's already started though. It don't have to be just solo artists because I know you saw the group that's got like the they doing the TV show.
Yeah. We talked about it on I Love 90s Music
exactly.
on the last episode.
So that's happening now. That's happening for a profit. You got the Carl Thomas, the Donnell Jones, the Dave Hollister coming together to make a group.
Chicago, Chi-Town.
The Chi, yeah, it's coming together.
The Chi, yes.
That's coming together. There's gonna be some more, but there's gonna be some reaches that's coming soon too. Like the third dude from 112 and the second dude from Jagged Edge, and then like
they did it already.
And then like
they did it already.
I know, but it's gonna be that's gonna be the model. That's
yeah. But, so shout out to Stacy from I Don't Listen to 90s Music. She is pitching a group called Free Before 11, a women's group.
I know some women that have always been free before 11.
The whole concept is
in a past life.
3 girls that can't sing that much, but they look good enough that they free before 11.
So who's in that group?
So the group is modeled, if anybody remembers the group, The Good Girls. It was an old R&B group from the early 90s. If anybody's seen House Party 3, do you remember House Party 3?
Yes.
Do you remember the girl that was in bed with Play at the beginning when he was trying to like...
yeah.
She's the lead singer of the group, The Good Girls. Wow. They're all bad. Shout out to Glenn Plummer, who was also married to one of the Good Girls. They were the it group, but they were just decent singers, okay dancers, but free before 11.
Decent sing. That's the definition of being free before 11. Okay, good enough singers, okay dancers.
Free before 11.
2 light-skinned chicks and at least 1 dark-skinned chick.
No, all 3 light-skinned.
Oh, no, see, no.
No, one of them was actually a little bit browner, but if you probably push somebody, they'd be like, she's light-skinned too.
So, like, if we put together this group of, like...
Sharon Crutchfield is her name, the lead singer.
So, I'm going to think about this, too, and put together a group. I'm not going to unveil mine until you're there, and you can bring yours to the table, bring mine. But I want a female group, a 3-piece, female group, and a 3-piece male group.
Now, I'm putting some parameters on this.
Okay, let's do it.
None of these people could have won platinum. Because I don't want anybody trying to pick like Sade, Anita Baker. No, not multiple.
Oh, no, nothing
multiple
like that.
Platinum, not just one platinum. Like Carl Thomas has won platinum.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like you can't pick Sade, Anita Baker, and Patti LaBelle in a group.
No, hell no. That's not what I'm talking. That beats the whole purpose of what we're talking about.
But we got to put parameters for our listeners that maybe come up with their own list.
So yeah, listeners do that. For people that are in St. Louis, I'm not talking about people who can play the Scott Trade Center. I'm talking about Chaffetz only.
No, I'm talking about lower than that. I want to go lower than that.
No, man.
I'm talking about ambassador only.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Shout out to did you see the other concert that's coming to the
yeah, I did.
That's your first group.
Well,
that was going to be my first group. Shout out to Mario, Jacquees, and Bobby Valentino.
Yeah, damn.
That's the first one.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's a good one, ain't it? But you got a younger artist.
But you got the joint that's coming to the Chaffetz that's got like the 106 and Park All-Stars. To me, that's B level. I want for people to at least be like, you know what, I might go see that.
Okay, so you want to make a real show.
No, I don't want it to be too good. I want it to be good enough that me and you would be like, y'all tripping for going, but there's people that you know that would be excited about
going. Okay.
Yeah,
so basically TGT.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's basically
LSG is shooting too high. LSG is shooting too high.
TGT is right where you need to be.
That's the space that I want to be in.
It's TGT where you like, really? You want the Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese show? Like you like the concept.
Like how much did you pay for that?
You pay $75?
Nah, that's too many. That's too many.
That's too many real money bucks.
Like I want it to be like side chick suite, general admission side chick suite.
Ooh, see where you can just go anywhere and just bring a side chick.
Like that's the only thing that like you wouldn't even think about taking your girl there.
Oh, dang.
Like that's these are the parameters.
Okay.
So let's think about it. Let's get to this before we get out of here, man, because we're doing a double header today.
Yeah,
y'all see what's up. All right, man. So Bill Cosby is back.
Yeah.
And it's sketchy, bro.
But I knew it was gonna happen though. I predicted this a year or two ago.
Oh no, you were on it. That's why I'm giving
because
it
I was
to
like,
you.
the way the case was set up, it was bound to. If whatever you feel about if Bill Cosby is a rapist or not, this is not illegal. This is not one of those shows to do that.
Yeah, no.
Now, but I will say that was interesting that they chose that case as the one to push to get him because because of that DA agreement that was already out there for a long time. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, this is weird that they used that one. Out of all the other cases, y'all used this one, so that was bad on the prosecution. And it was really a hungry thing in that prosecution to like, ooh, I want to get him. Ooh, I want to get him. Ooh, like, yo, let's wait. Let's get all lawyers nationwide.
They did the reverse of what they're doing with Trump.
There you go.
Where they're building up.
Yeah, you was like, no, I'm going to do, ooh, I got it. Ooh, I got him on tape in my state.
That's what they tried to do, man. They tried to get him like they tried to go after Avon Barksdale.
Yep, but they didn't have everything.
But they didn't have anything, and there was no Weebay in this case.
To take all them charges.
So like, who would have been, you would have had to give the charges to Theo.
No. I'm trying to think, what older guy would have took the charges for Bill? Like, who he's hanging out with?
Who is Bill's AC Collins?
That's exactly what I'm asking. Or
was AC Collins there when you saw OJ?
No, he was the only.
Okay, great. Just sidebar.
Oh, I would have just went go sit in the car, hot ass car, and just laugh.
I would have flew out. I would have flew out right there.
He was like,
I'm sorry, no tangent. But so Bill Cosby, this is the reason why I'm not always like, I want justice, because I don't just want justice. I want it to be done right.
Yep.
Because if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all. Mm-hmm. That's my policy for anything.
Because now you can't be recharged on that. You can't. It's double jeopardy now. Now you fucked up.
And now he's out there now.
Yeah.
And now you
he's
just
tweeting and everything.
Now you just mad.
Before, but yeah.
Now you just mad.
So get the ducks in order and get it right.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not here to litigate if he is what he is. Yo, that man, he was guilty in the court of law of that law, but the case was fucked up.
I don't want anybody that.
It can be both. Can it be both? Can it be like they fucked up and he's a rapist? It could be both.
There's definitely.
But people act like it can't be both. Like it can't be both.
Well, there's definitely two realities to it, and that's just the case of the fact of the matter. So that's why I never want for you to try to stick things to a wall that ain't ready for them to be stuck to. Because now what you got is a whole lot of people that are upset. You got a bunch of people going at each other. Like, I don't like things that divide the black community just because of the fact that, people are going to feel some way about it.
Yeah. But I knew it was going. As soon as when you sent the thing to me, it was like Bill Cosby out. I just sighed. It was like a long pause. I literally was sitting in a meeting for work and I was like,
Next thing I saw was people on social media being like, unfollow me if this. I'm like, guys, why? Like, first of all, following somebody isn't like a this is going to change my life. There's never been anybody I've unfollowed that's changed my life.
No, I've black people done before, but
yeah,
and that's very extreme.
An entire social media site unfollowed me.
We still try to, I've used the hashtag,
and I'm still here. Yeah. I'm still here. But it's the Cosby thing is messed up, man. And it's we got the infinity fuckery gauntlet. It's out here.
Go back, listen to the episode where I actually went back to the vault, remastered the audio, got it up to
do you remember?
Yes,
so give me the original one, because we had an expansion.
And then we do need to expand it. That next episode, I did promise in the intro that we will create a new one, because I do think some chairs had to be switched around.
Okay.
On this, the
original one was from 2018.
2018, and we did this on the fly. We did not actually sit and think about it. We just literally threw out 5-6 names of people and just slotted them.
Okay.
Next time we need to actually concertedly think about what each person can be, because remember, we named all of them and then decided what gym they were after we named 6 people.
That's right. Either we should both do that, and we should put some power rankings out there too.
Okay.
Like the AP top 25.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to do AP top 25 of sellouts.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Top 25 sellouts. Top 25 sellouts of all time.
And their records. And like, don't let us get to the
all time.
And what
they're
bowl
expanding
they go to.
the college.
And what bowl they go to.
Yes, they're expanding the college football playoffs. So we're gonna go to the top 25 sellouts of all time.
What year are we starting from?
All time.
Oh, so we gonna make
Judas.
Well, okay, there you go. So the infinity gown for people to keep in check. OJ is the holder of it. Obviously, OJ knows. The infinity fuckery gown. Bill Cosby was there.
Yes.
R. Kelly was there. Mm-hmm. Clarence Thomas was there.
Yes.
Omarosa was there. Mm-hmm. And the great Kanye West. Those
okay.
were our original people in the gown.
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was.
Yeah, I'm okay with taking Kanye out and moving someone else in there. I'm not fucking with him in general, but I don't want him. He's not. I mean, we have a lot of other people we can be putting in there. We
got a whole nother stone that we can use, though.
I know, but the only reason I say that is he is a sick man. I don't want to put people that are sick on the gauntlet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a mental thing, though. Everybody else is literally living on their validity.
These are choices other people have made.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just don't feel.
You know what?
With that.
Congratulations, Kanye West.
you got out on a.
The Black Widow died for your sins, and you're free. Congratulations. But we can add 2 people because we only accounted for 5 stones, and there's 6.
Right. That was we left one open. Remember?
So we got to count because OJ has the gauntlet, so he's not part of it.
No.
We got 2 people. So we need 2 more people to come into this. Now, we need to list what stone is who.
Yep.
Get that out there.
We need to actually redo because we were just throwing on the fly.
All right, so we're going to assign stones to people, but we need 2 more people that need to come into this. So send that into us. Let us know who are the people.
I think one person we put on there.
Well, we posthumously put Candace Owens in there.
Yes, but we also put one other person on there. After that, I believe Umar Johnson, I believe, did make the gauntlet.
Should he be holding it now?
No, it's just funnier for OJ.
That's fair. So he might be the soul stone. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let us and the people select one person for the gauntlet, and then we'll let Akbar select the last person.
Akbar is actually coming out with something to talk about Black Widow as well.
I heard.
You probably got it spliced into this episode at some point.
Okay.
So.
Well, stick around after the episode. We're gonna have some words.
We'll do it afterwards.
We're gonna have some words from Akbar about Black Widow that just came out. There was some confusion. I'll just put it this way: there was some confusion about expectations when it came to the Black Widow film from Akbar.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
All right, man. Well, hey, brother.
And actually, y'all getting ready. This is for the crossover day. So if you're getting this, you already saw the crossover already. If you saw this,
not necessarily. We can drop first.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's our label.
I was trying to change clothes on to make it look like it was a different day, but I got lazy.
I might turn my shirt inside out. That's it. I'm not doing it.
But thank y'all for listening. Email us straightolc@gmail.com. All that good stuff. Matt, I don't know where they can hit you.
I don't know where you can hit me up at anymore. Hit up Darryl, and he'll tell me that you're trying to connect with me, and I'll get back through him. Yeah. So go to SOLC Network page. You still got Cheap C Fan on Instagram. It's there, but I don't message me. Yeah. You can message me. It's fine. Yeah. I don't care. You could just Google all our shit, man. People know how to find us. You know where we at. Yeah. Is this your first time? Don't make it your last time. We'll be back. We're gonna have the bachelor party special is coming up. That may have to be the first Patreon. There's gonna be a scenario outside of my wedding that I don't have anything to do with. I might stop by real quick. And then we'll be back on the other side to round the gauntlet out. And we're gonna be getting the scenario sports rolling on the other side in August because we gotta talk about I might have Darryl come on that one with me because we need to talk about how messed up it is that Phoenix and Milwaukee are the cities for the finals. But Milwaukee's a blacker city than people think. But I don't want to travel to Milwaukee for a festive event like the NBA Finals. I would. So we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about. Shout out to my Milwaukee people. We're gonna talk about the worst pairings of cities in championship series history. Yes. So we'll get there. Yeah. But all right, we'll see y'all soon. Peace.